So then we get into David's so-called apology video, if you can call it that. I don't know.
No.
You can't call it that? Before we get into that, Seth, by the way, actually, you know what? Let's watch it first because it's in response. So, get excited. Now, there's a lot to take away from this. First of all, it's called Let's Talk. Likes, dislikes, and comments are disabled. Okay.
I guess let's not talk.
I'll talk, you listen. Let's talk. It's posted on the Views channel, which is a brand new channel. It has like 4 videos on it. By far, he's got a second channel. He wouldn't even post to that. He's got David Dobrik too. Not that one. Views. Why Views?
Well, so transparently.
Yeah.
Just because it has the least amount of subscribers.
Yeah.
He's trying to be accountable but at the same time take zero accountability. Like, it's crazy.
The View, it doesn't even make sense. There's like no like 2, okay. You'd be like, okay, it's a second. But putting it on Views, like there's no justifiable explanation that it would go on Views.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
I don't think he tweeted it out or anything, too.
So let's talk. Oh, by the way, you want to see something epic, Hila? You'll appreciate it. Just want to show off what a hilarious, amazing person I am. That just want to convince you that you did not make a mistake marrying me.
I never thought I did.
Check this tweet out. Let's talk. Who can reply? Nobody. Thank you.
Let the conversation begin.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to marry me again?
I'll marry you again. I'll renew my vows, girl. Anytime you want. All right, let's talk, guys. Get ready.
David, I want to come on here real quick and address some conversations that have been going on the internet. I've made over 600 videos, and I've made a bunch of TikToks, Vines,
okay,
Instagram
don't cue the
stories,
sales
tweets,
pitch,
the whole
please.
thing.
Why does he bring up? Why do you think he brings up
It's
how
like,
many videos he's made?
Okay, yeah, so...
No, seriously, why do you think he brings up?
I'm really, really talented. I made 600 videos. I get hundreds. I mean, I don't know. I think that's his sales pitch. I think he thinks in a way it's an excuse because he makes so many videos.
That's what I think too.
Something slipped through the cracks.
Of course is going to happen. Somebody of course is going to get R-worded over the course of 600 videos.
A little R-word here, a little essay there.
We all make mistakes. You know. That's true. When you make that much content, like stuff's going to happen. But like, come on, dude. Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with what I do. I love it.
It's weird to hear him not being like,
I'm obsessed with what I do. That's his sales pitch. You know, when he talks to sponsors, they get this exact line.
Right.
I make 600 videos. I am obsessed with what I do. I just want to make people smile.
It's weird to hear him not being like, he goes like this.
Being able to make people happy for a living, and that's all that I want to do. That being said, consent is something.
It's all I want to do, but these people are trying to stop me from doing it. These people are trying to stop me from doing what I love,
which is make
you guys happy. Dude, I am so fucking pissed that I can't read the comments under this video.
What are we going to do?
By the way, nice Nickelodeon award behind him.
Oh my God.
Kids' Choice. Oh my God. I just noticed that.
Oh my
God. Kids' Choice, baby.
Oh no.
Let's slime this guy. Bring out the slime. Oh, no. All is forgiven. Just give him a slime. It's all good.
That's super, super important to me. Whether I'm shooting with a friend or shooting with a stranger, I always make sure that whatever the video I'm putting out, I have the approval from that person.
Okay, well, that's not what we hear from people.
Maury did the paternity test on that claim, and it's determined that to be not true, not the father. Did that joke make sense?
Sort of.
A little bit.
You know, there's that meme where Maury goes, I
thought it was funny.
Thanks, Zach.
I thought this was good.
Oh, Trishy,
that bit.
Trisha goes, "Hey, David Dobrik, remember that night you asked to put in a bit I didn't want, and I said no, and you still put it in? That's not consent, bud."
Love the bud.
Oh, she hit him with the bud? Trisha's got to be feeling good in that, not because, like, this is all terrible things, but she's been fucking... her character's been being assassinated and being shit on and all this stuff. And people, not just David and his crew, but all of his fans saying all this most horrible things about her. Everything she fucking said was true.
She still gets it, even now. I mean, the replies are very, like, some people will still be like, stop being obsessed with David.
Right.
This isn't being obsessed with David.
Thank you.
Well, people say that to us, too, but here's the thing.
Trust me, we're not obsessed with David.
Look, I'm just seeing this thing through, dude. That's it. I never expected to go down this rabbit hole. I didn't even want to interview Seth originally. I was like, I was done after Big Nick, and then he told me to talk to Seth, and I was like, okay. And that put us down this rabbit hole that, like, I have to follow through. You know? So, whatever. But, okay, yes, she got high on meth and drove a car to his house.
Right.
Right. You know, you remember the end of Royal Tenenbaums? How Owen Wilson's character gets high on meth and crashes the car into the party and runs over the dog?
I don't really remember that.
He puts on the Indian war paint, the Native American war paint. I was like, that was Trisha.
I think it was mescaline, not meth. But
okay.
But the point stands.
Yeah, it's the same shit. I just like, whoa, it's crazy.
Wow.
And I also acknowledge that there's times where a person can change their mind and they decide that
Zach,
they no
can you do me a
longer
favor? Do you have some kind of sad violin music? Even just Sad Violin, the song Sad Violin, the iconic one. Thank you. That's pretty good.
I get annoyed at everything in this video. Even now when he's saying, I can understand that sometimes people change their mind. It's like, even that is kind of blaming people and not himself.
Also, what is he talking about?
Yeah, you know, during trauma, people kind of change their mind because it takes them time to process what happened to them. Is that what you're talking about?
What's going on in your vlog where people are constantly changing their mind? Like, what are you putting people through where they go, oh, you know what you did? Well, that was fucked up and I don't want to be in your video anymore. He's like, yeah, that happens all the time. Hit me with that sad shit. Hit me with Sad Violin. That just hits different.
The iconic.
It's called Sad Violin. Yeah. Just hits on a different level, dude.
Boomer memes.
It's not boomer memes. Stop! Sad Violin hits different. You're out here calling me a boomer.
Hey, at least be self-aware, right?
Dude, people are going to agree when that Sad Violin hits.
Look, Zach can't even find it.
Dude,
that tells me how old we are.
It? You literally
checked
Sad Violin
YouTube.
And
you check E-Bombs World? Remember E-Bombs World?
Zach, you can't
That's where
it.
Ethan watched it originally.
I have all this other sad music except
All right, just
for Sad
Violin.
Violin.
I'm just saying, if you go to YouTube and type Sad Violin, I'm just going to open it. I'm just going to play it on YouTube in the background. Watch this.
I remember one time you told me not to play that song anymore.
Look, Sad Violin. 60 minutes of the Sad Violin. Thank you. How does this include paid promotions?
What the hell? Wait, turn it significantly down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really loud. Like way down. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good.
See,
go ahead. From
please continue.
And I also acknowledge that there's times where a person can change their mind and they decide that they no longer want to be associated, they no longer want to be in the video that I'm putting up, and then I'll take the video down. And there's also been moments where I've looked back on videos and I realize that these don't represent me anymore and they're hurtful to other people.
You're just so great, David.
What is he talking about? I wish he would say what he's talking about. It's like, you want to have a conversation, you want to talk. Okay, I'm going to stop the sad music. You want to talk, but you're not talking. But everything you're saying is super ambiguous. You're making these huge sweeping generalizations. Like, people ask and I remove. I make videos. I'm not proud. Like, if you want to talk, let's talk about what the fuck you're talking about and unpack it. And if you really want to grow and to learn on, then like, what the fuck is this? This is just, and by the way, if he has a PR or legal or whatever, this is such a bad call.
Mm-hmm.
his response to all this has been the worst at every single turn.
Right.
And
Starting with Scotty.
Right. And I wonder if that was just a result of him being able to get away with everything his whole career.
I do think so. I think when someone gets away with stuff, they think they're just going to continue to get away. I feel like it probably went to his head. He thinks he can play everyone.
He thinks, even Scotty said, it's like, my policy is to never respond. And so he thinks, like, that's just, that don't acknowledge anything. And so, I don't know.
Well, they're like, well, it worked this far, so...
Yeah, they think it will work with everything, but it doesn't work with everything.
They decide that they no longer want to be associated. They no longer want to be in the video that I'm putting up. And then I'll take the video down. And there's also been moments where I've looked back on videos and I realized that these don't represent me anymore.
Like what, David?
They're hurtful.
Are we talking or not?
I don't want them up because I've grown, as a content creator and as a person.
How are you going to take accountability and not tell us what you're talking about?
I've posted with the Seth situation. I'm sorry to Seth.
Okay,
because like I said, I would just want to make videos.
Okay, so he's sorry to Seth, despite
it still doesn't go into any detail.
Yeah, what did you do to Seth?
Just sorry
David?
to Seth.
No, but despite the fact that he sent texts assassinating his character and discrediting him to Scotty to make a video about him, where Scotty said he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Look, he wanted it a third time.
Yeah. So, David, what kind of fucking apology is this to Seth?
When was Scotty's video? Just a week ago?
A week ago. It was a week ago. So what the fuck are you apologizing for? Which part? Seth responded. I'll show that since we're at this part. Seth responded. He tweeted directly at David. He said, "Not calling me to sincerely apologize man to man is equivalent to having me kiss a man without my consent." I didn't understand the analogy. Can someone help me?
Not calling me to sincerely apologize man to man. I think he's saying that was a shit apology.
Right. Like, I get what he's saying, but I don't understand the equivalent comparison. But at any rate, he is confirming that David did not call him. It's like, if you were sorry to Seth, you would just fucking have called him. Even now, I think you could call him.
But even if he didn't call, just saying, the way he says it is just so not going into any detail. He doesn't explain anything. It just doesn't...
Are you sorry that you pranked him the first time? The second time?
Yeah, like, what are you sorry for? Can you just...
Are you sorry that he had to move to Atlanta and pick up his life? Are you sorry that when he asked you to remove the videos, you offered to pay him off instead of removing them? Are you sorry that you sent his text messages and the voice memo to Scotty and encouraged Scotty to make that video assassinating his character? Which part are we sorry for?
For those of you guys who found the vlog to be offensive, I'm sorry you did. For those of you who didn't find it to be offensive, I'm sorry they did.
Wow, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I got away with that, so I could say anything.
Whether you're participating or watching is enjoying and having a good time. And I missed the mark with that one. And I'm really sorry. I truly, truly am.
I feel like there was a write-up on our subreddit of someone who works with assault victims. And she said she's met people like him. Their theory was that David doesn't know why he's apologizing. He doesn't understand what he did wrong. He doesn't know why he's apologizing. And that's why it's so nebulous and you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And it's like, I'm sorry for this weird thing. And it's like, he doesn't know what he's apologizing. He doesn't think he did anything wrong. And so he doesn't know what he's apologizing for.
It could be that, but don't you think too, it feels very crafted by a PR person to, like you kind of mentioned before, not necessarily tip people off that aren't even aware of what the accusations are.
That's what I think.
What's going on.
I feel like
I think he's so obsessed with his own success and fame and growth, and this is all he wants, is to be famous, bigger, more famous, more money. But it's like he doesn't even want to say the R word in association with his name. He doesn't even want to say, anything that really happened, because he's so scared of it being associated with him.
The problem is that this is a really bad PR move, in my opinion, because
people are not stupid.
People are going to want, first of all, the people who are angry are going to be more angry. The people who don't know what he's talking about are going to be curious what the fuck is he even talking about. So they're going to go read. If he, he's not doing himself any favors, unless he really thinks he can just continue on afterwards. Like, and maybe he can't. Maybe he's right. You know what I mean? The fuck do I know? He's done it so far.
And with people in my life that I don't film with anymore, like Dom and the other people that I no longer film with, I chose to distance myself because I don't align with some of the actions, and I don't stand for any kind of misconduct, and I've been really disappointed by some of my friends.
Daddy David is disappointed.
I've separated from a lot.
It goes back to that great line from Scotty's video where he says, David doesn't have a bad bone in his body. He doesn't even get mad. He just gets disappointed. Daddy.
So he is basically just shifting the blame to Dom.
All to Dom.
And saying, I don't stand with those actions.
Right. Well, I think this
David.
This is the legal defense where it's like, this was all Dom. Dom did the crime. That I was just there. I had nothing to do with it. But obvious, it's so obvious from the account and the story and everything that David was the one that orchestrated it. It was
just at my house, and I filmed it, and it's on my channel. And I was telling everybody what to
money
do.
From it.
Yeah.
According to Trisha, he was the one that was encouraging guys to go buy alcohol to get these girls drunk so that they would, as one of the girls quoted, do something sexy. You know what I mean? You guys are so boring, he told them.
It's all done for the content for your channel.
Dom thanked David. He said, thanks for setting this up. He said, thank you, David. The guys peeking into the bedroom when they were having sex said, I have to confirm for the vlog. David said on the podcast that happened like the next day after he posted, or the day of, he said, we have to go in and confirm the head count for the vlog. So which part are you trying to avoid responsibility for exactly? It
was just Dom.
Or are you saying that you didn't know Dom was a predator when you commented under his last video how proud you were of him for owning up to assaulting somebody?
I mean, if anything, he created this really unsafe situation for those girls. He should have known better, letting Dom go along with them when everyone was drunk.
Yeah, he should have known
He
better.
should have known that he's putting the girls in a situation that's not safe for them.
Well, he wanted that to happen for content. And he cut out the part where the girl was blackout drunk.
Yeah.
To make it look, and according to the girl, they even went back and reshot some scenes to make it look so more happy-go-lucky.
Right.
I think with any video I make, my main purpose is to make people happy and inspire people, and I never want anything to get in the way of that. I'm sorry if I've let you down, and things like that won't happen again. And I learned from my mistakes, and I also believe that actions speak a lot louder than words. And you can take my word for it that I'm going to change, but I'll also show you and I'll prove to you that.
What are you changing? You didn't. What are you changing? You just blamed Dom. You distanced yourself. You're disappointed. You did apologize to Seth. I don't know what exactly for. So I don't know what he's pledging to change exactly.
The mistakes I made before won't be happening again.
Which are?
Yeah. By the way, just a little close-up. Brought to you by Kids Choice Awards. 2021 Kids Choice Award. Kids Choice Award. Nickelodeon. Get slimed, idiot.
Get inspired.
Victory.
Yeah, he's got crazy lawyers involved, but they're not doing him any fucking help, man. Maybe they're just really worried about actual legal issues, and they're trying to just, because he's definitely exposed to a lawsuit from Seth and this girl, so maybe they're just trying to keep him from like losing everything. I don't know. So also there was an interesting little similarities. David issued an apology. I guess people were, when Seth originally made his video calling out David like a few years ago, David made some kind of apology, and you'll notice how many similarities there are between this apology and the last one.
I've made over 600 videos. Jason and I have made, I don't know, over 700 videos together. I couldn't even tell you. And I've made a bunch of TikToks, Vines, Instagram stories, tweets, the whole thing. And I'm obsessed with what I do. I love being able to make people happy for a living. And that's all that I want to do. Every video I make, every Instagram I post, everything I do, I just want to cheer somebody up. I want to make videos where everybody in it, whether you're participating or watching, is enjoying and having a good time. And I missed the mark with that one. I want them to have a positive experience when they're interacting with anything I produce. And with that being said, I feel like on a handful of occasions, I've just missed the mark on that.
It's exactly the same.
Pretty interesting, right? It's like he copy-pasted his apology from whatever PR firm prepared it the first time. Missed the mark.
Just want to make people happy.
That's all. By the way,
especially the bankers handling my bank account.
I just want to make my lawyers happy.